The advertising business doesn't have the best reputation. My in-laws, they turn the TV on silent when advertising is on. In the United States, people pay money not to see advertising. So there is a thing that people feel like, do we really need advertising? And I feel like I'm torn because sometimes I share that feeling, but sometimes I feel like actually advertising people with what they do, with the right strategy, they have superpowers. And that superpowers might even be to turn down the minister. But let's hear from Ela and Maciej what that really means. Give it up for Ela and Maciej.
Good evening, ladies.
And gentlemen.
What you can see behind me is one of the most visited tourist attraction place in this world. It's Niagara Falls. It's very big, very spectacular. It's 6 million cubic feet of water goes over the crest of this fall every minute. So just try to imagine how big it is. But it's also one of the most popular, actually #1 place to take a selfie in Canada, according to Instagram. But how about Vienna? I would like to invite one of you to make a selfie in front of Niagara Falls here, right now. Come on, don't be shy. All right, let's do it. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks. But probably that was one of the last selfies ever made in front of Niagara Falls. They are going to close this place. Haven't you heard about it? It was written everywhere. The Canadian government decided to close this place and replace the tourist attraction with a hydroelectric plant. So my question is, how do you feel about it? Yeah, me too. Fortunately, it's not true. But the truth is that the same situation almost happened to another place, which is a unique place of nature, which is located in my country, in Poland. This is a place which has exactly the same UNESCO status as Niagara Falls has. But the problem is that it's not so internationally known as Niagara Falls. So if no one knows about it, then it means no one cares about it.
Bialowieza forest is the last primeval forest in Europe. That means that it started to grow 11,000 years ago. Do you know who was walking on the lands of Vienna 11,000 years ago? These guys. 5,000 years later, first people appeared in Bialowieza, and another 5,000 years later, in 2016 specifically, the government decided to lock the forest down. Officially, it was due to the invasion of this little insect, but we all know that the reason was, there was another reason. So it immediately raised many concerns, but month by month, we could see Bialowieza forest, beautiful forest, turning into these kind of views. People were protesting across the country. Activists like Greenpeace were taking stands for the forest. Even there was an unofficial court order from the European Court of Justice to stop it, but nothing was happening. It was all neglected. Nobody was listening to each other. Adults were stuck in the deadlock. So we thought whom we could talk to so the government would listen. And we thought that there is only one group, the future voters. Our strategy laid in the simple truth that young people have more political power than they are given credit for, And as not many people realize, in Poland, there is no legal age limit for signing a petition. This is really a very powerful fact. And it made us think about whom should we address with communication in a completely different way. A legal fact that inspired us to think and define our target audience completely differently. But the problem, as you all know, is that we had to deal with the political issue, because during this time, Bialowieza became such an issue. And young people don't want to get involved in any political issues at all. So how would you engage an audience that not only don't want to be around the topic, but also actively rejects the topic? So please take a look what we did.
Przenieśliście Puszczę Białowieską do rzeczywistości wirtualnej. Mam nadzieję, że nie na stałe.
Okay, so if you can save a real place by playing a computer game, just imagine what change you can make to this world using your mind and your talent. The power is yours. Thank you very much.
Thank you.